Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the final round of the National Youth Music Competition 2025. And a warm welcome to viewers around the world and around the country as you watch the live stream from the Endler Hall in Stellenbosch University in the heart of the Cape Winelands. Now, if you're joining us for the first time, we've already witnessed a wealth of young musical talent this week. And it all began on Monday and Tuesday with 22 contestants, and that number was reduced to 12 for the semi-finals on Wednesday and Thursday. And as if their task wasn't difficult enough, our panel of 7 adjudicators then had to select just 6 participants to enter musical battle this evening. Now, the 6 musicians have been called participants, competitors, contestants, but tonight they are performers. And not in a final round or a grand finale, but a gala concert, a celebration of extraordinary young musical talent. And none of this would be possible without the tireless dedication and leadership of the National Youth Music Competition coordinator, Aileen Maas.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to you. It's really lovely to see such a full hall and to see the support that you're going to give our young musicians. It is really, really heartening. To present the National Youth Music Competition, unfortunately or fortunately, depending how you look at it, requires the financial support and commitment of various partners. These invaluable contributions are the only way that we can sustain and grow the objectives of the competition and to provide a platform for young classical musicians to develop their skills and above all to realize their ambitions. This support, I suppose, could be seen as a cultural luxury in a sense, but I'd prefer to think of it as a societal necessity, as music and arts in general are fundamental to us, to our human experience. Music, arts are crucial for developing well-rounded individuals. They strengthen our community bonds, they preserve our heritage, and they also play a role in driving economic growth and innovation. And the only way these things can be done is through sponsorship. Sponsorship is the engine that powers this potential. To be able to present this competition for the past week and for the fine concert that you're going to see here tonight, I'd like to mention those who have so generously made this possible through contributions, through gifts in kind, through support. It is all necessary. So my first thanks goes to the Oppenheimer Memorial Trust, the Rupert Music Foundation, represented tonight by Mrs. Marita Channel, the Cape Town Theatre Trust, the Joan St. Leger Lindbergh Charitable Trust, represented by the trustee Mrs. Anthea Seritslev, then, of course, the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra. None of this can be possible without the ladies and gentlemen you see here and their support back stage and their support in the office. For that, I'd like to welcome the chairman of the board of the directors, Mr. Derek Orette, the other board directors, Judge Dennis Davis, Mr. Kunste van Reede, the CEO and Artistic Director, Mr. Louis Heinemann, and the CEO and Artistic Director Designate, Mr. Adrian Fuchs. Our next contributor is the Rolf-Stephan Nussbaum Foundation, and then, of course, the Stellenbosch University, who has made all this available for us in this beautiful hall. And in the audience tonight, I'd particularly like to welcome Mrs. Fiona Gerwel from the Department of Social Impact and Transformation. I'd also, at this stage, just also like to mention Professor Mario Nell, representing also the University of Stellenbosch and who's acting as our non-voting chairman. Then I'd like to welcome from Overstrand Arts Kunste. They like to put themselves down as Oak. The chairman of the Overstrand Arts Kunste, Mr. Jack Holloway, the secretary, Mrs. Renee de Ploy, and members Paul and Zanette van Sale. I also need to thank UNISA, Fine Music Radio, Friends of Orchestral Music, Ms. Polina Burdukova, and Ms. Pauline Nossel. Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is a really extra special night for us, as we would like to dedicate this concert to Mr. Louis Heinemann, the CEO and Artistic Director of the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra, who is going to retire at the end of this year and taking a very well-deserved break from 25 years of commitment and dedication to the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra. Just very briefly, the story of the orchestra's involvement in the competition is a rather heartwarming one. When the founder of the competition, Michael Maas, took up his position as CEO of Artscape in 1997, he obviously had to meet up with Louis and the orchestra. They were sharing the same building, so they had to meet each other every day, part of their job. And at some time, Michael decided, no, he needs to go and see Louis about having the possibility of the orchestra accompanying the 6 finalists of the competition with the concerto of their choice. Now, this has not been possible in the early days of the competition, which started in 1984 in Port Elizabeth. And when Michael made this proposal, Louis' immediate response was a resounding yes, and that's how the collaboration started. Our sincere thanks to you, Louis, your board of directors, and your staff for making this dream a reality. It's also been a mutually beneficial relationship for us and for the orchestra, because we've been able to feed musicians into the orchestra. They get employed by the orchestra. Louis and them are able to present concerts of world-class standards because of the musicians they are able to get. It's a little bit nostalgic standing here because I noticed some of the people who had taken part in previous competitions: Nicholas Brainers, Zoe Coetzee, Gabrielle von Durkheim, Ferrell John Davids, Shannon Tiebus, and if I've left anyone out, please excuse me. Louis, we hope you enjoy the concert. We hope that your retirement is filled with much happiness and that you get to do some of the things that you really want to do. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the evening with us and enjoy what you're going to hear. It is seldom that one can hear movements from 6 concerti in one evening. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aileen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, out of respect to the musicians, we kindly request that you switch off your cell phones. And please note that no photography or videography is allowed during the performances. So let's make a start with tonight's gala concert. And as you see in front of you, it's probably one of the hardest working orchestras in the world. Now, please, would you welcome the musical pride of Cape Town? No, the musical pride of South Africa, the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra, under the baton of Maestro Brandon Phillips.